Welcome back. We're on 1942, Mission 6 of the long campaign. We currently have 15 victory points, which is a win. 3 pilots are killed. And we're sitting on 5 staff experience. 2 of our pilots are wounded. It is possible for us to still lose this campaign if 4 more pilots get killed, or if just 1 more gets wounded. And even if 1 more gets wounded, we have mitigations we can do. We can replace the wounded. We don't want to do that, and there's reasons, because they're going to be green pilots versus the skilled pilots that we have there. But it is possible to lose, but at this point I think it's highly improbable. So let's dive in and see what we get. We're going to do red and then black. So we're going to go back to map 1, and the 2 means we're going to do an inbound mission. All right, so sorry for the focus issues. Map, inbound. Okay, red and black. Ooh, I rolled really well there. I rolled a 10 and a 9. So we're gonna get 6 operational points, and the 9 is an L3P. Okay, so what does that mean? That means, first of all, we're not gonna see Spitfires in this game. What we are gonna see are these, the P-47 Thunderbolts. There's 4 of them here. Where's my other ones? What did I do? So let me pause and find my dang planes. Oh, here they are. They were flipped over. Okay, so 2 of them are out of the mission, so we'll just pick 2 of the ones I just found. Because these are a light escort. They are starting with us, so I will put them here. And what we discovered is that they are going to exit on turn 3. So we rolled for the best possible outcome there. And we have 6 operation points. Looking over here, I think we want to bring our best pilots still. So Adamite, Bauer, that's 2. Dahl is injured. Freeling is 3. And we're going to put Heller and Kremler for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have Jiminy and Clyde, because they're both dead, so now it's the green replacements of them. So we can bring out our green guys, or do I bring out... we're going to just do a Seinfeld here and say Newman. We're going to bring out Newman for a different color. How about that? Yeah, let's do that. I was thinking, I'm sorry. All right, so with that being done, we have our rosters out. We do have some other work we need to do. Scooby-Doo. We gotta get these off the board. We're going back to map 1. So we need to flip this with just one hand. Like so. I'm gonna roll a die to figure out which formation we're doing. I rolled an even. We're doing this formation yet again. That's funny. We never did the other formation the entire time. Putting out my markers. Okay, so we're doing map 1 inbound, so it's page 1. Rolling a die. I rolled a 5, so we have 1 damage on this bomber right here, and it is 1 damage. Okay, no anchor, sun. It's a 5. The sun is on the high flank. Tactical points is 2. And then flight limit, oh, that's 5. That, well, if we wanted to win and knock out planes, that's not good, because the escorts leave after 3 turns. So it would have been nice to have some escort-free battles, but I think we're good. Okay, so off we go. We're gonna do a move. So I have a lot of fighters in this one, and six of them, in fact, which is enough to do 1 full wave. And like I said, I think we're going to take this one easy because we can. I'm very tempted to go over to the sun and use the sun to my advantage. The only reason I'm not keen on it is because there's this 3 and this 2 for coming from this direction. The tail is very susceptible for 2 of them. The nose is more susceptible for all of them. So maybe I want to do that. I'm going to put all of them low on the nose. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, so now we get to escort. I'm going to roll a die. I rolled a 6, which according to the table is 2 forward, 3 below trailing. And now I'm going to roll for the forward, red, and then below trailing of black. So a 7 puts this at nose level. And then a 2 moves that to the forward station. Okay, so they sort of ruined my plans a little bit. I was hoping to get to a level approach, but now there's that escort there, and that's not fun or very nice of them. So we're going to, first of all, move to turn 2. And then next thing we're going to do is we're going to just attack low to avoid the escort. And the escort, of course, has nobody to attack, so he returns. And then again, red, black. Red 6, black 6. Another one on the nose. And this one is flank 8 to 10 o'clock level right there. Okay, so now with that all done, we do our attack. There's only one element, so they're all going in here. So what I'm going to do is they're all going to be... Oh. Okay, so here's... I'm going to just stop and talk strategy. Obviously, I've won this scenario. And by winning this scenario, I can put them all in evasive mode to reduce the amount of damage they take. And in doing so, you know, my cash-in prizes are pretty minimal. The gung-ho person in me wants to get more victory points, even though I'm already winning this scenario. I'm risking losing more pilots that I'll need for later missions, but if I can only destroy a few more planes, I'll get more experience points. So this is all what's going through my head. And then last but not least, these 2 advantages only happen if you're determined. You know what? You only live once. If for some reason I screw up and lose this campaign, I will do one mission in 1943 just so you guys can see some of the more advanced stuff. Because I'm telling you, this is a... there's some elements to this game you still haven't seen. because we're doing 1942. So I don't want to screw it up. Doing these videos is actually taking a lot of my time. I have a lot of appreciation for the people who do these videos for a living. But I want you to see 1943. 1943 doesn't even have everything, but it has enough that you're going to see some pretty awesome stuff. So no matter what, I will do one mission from there if I somehow screw this up, but I'm going gung-ho because that's the way I like to play. So with that being said, I'm going to come in determined and is that how I want to do it? Yes, that's how I want to do it. Okay, so we're going to do that. So I want to make sure I don't miss anything here. Let's go back to our checklist. There's no out of the sun. What's the mode? They're all determined. Collision checks. I have to do 2 collision checks. So the collision checks, I am going to pay attention now. Newman is going to be the one that does the collision check. And in this case, Heller. I'm picking the least experienced pilot, so in case the pilot gets destroyed, I don't want to lose my expert. All right, so we're going to draw 1 for Newman first and then Heller second. This may not be a smart move. All right, the first one is, okay. Second one is no impact. So the first one, thankfully we have the 2 tactical points, so we can pay that. But if I remember correctly, you break away to the tail position. So these 2 fighters are out of the battle. So we're going to return to the tail and we will return high. Like so. And here's the good news. I still have 4 fighters on the board. So that is yippee skippy. And here's why. We select our maneuvers, but the advantages is what I was going for, and I was able to succeed at getting the advantages I wanted. So the maneuvers for all of them, they're all coming in from the tail. We're going to, these 2 are going to, what are they going to do? They're going to go towards the, no. Yes, they're going to go towards the sun. This one's going to go towards the sun, but low, bower. And the other ones are going to climb towards the sun. Is that what I'm going to do? Yes, it is what I'm going to do. So they're all going to roll towards the sun, and one's going to dive, the other 2 are going to climb. Okay, now we attack. They are all coming from the nose, so there's 4 of them. The swarm, by the way, comes out, and the rot comes out. This does not, because they're all attacking from the same place. So I'm going to draw 4 nose cards. I was going to start with him first, because that was only a 1 danger. But everything else is a 2. So it doesn't matter. So we're going to start with these 2 guys up here. These are our non-veteran guys, Heller and Krembler. They are the I'm sorry, non-expert. They're veterans, but not experts. So we'll start with the first one. It is a threat level of 2. So it's a 2. We're coming in low, but we're determined. So we take a hit, and it progresses. So they're progressing that way. As far as the hit goes, we'll use the advantage. And the next one, Kremler, is a 2. He takes a hit, progresses 1, and then does 1 damage. So Kremler takes a hit. There's nothing I can do about it. And that's bad, because it's a low number. So I might not be doing the smartest thing here. But we did damage the bomber. And I don't know why the focus issues are so bad. But here, we get an engine. Where's the die? Let's roll. I rolled a 5, not enough. And it's 0 damage to the plane. That was poo. Okay, next we go. How's my experience points look? Bauer is an expert. And who's this guy? Adamite. Okay, Adamite, we're gonna use Swarm with him. So he's coming in, threat level 2, and we're gonna apply both damages. Okay, so coming in at threat level 2, low, he takes a hit and would have done no damage, but we're gonna do 2 damage. And Adamite's gonna use mission 6. He's gonna use his luck to avoid the hit. And then we're gonna apply 2 hits because of the swarm. So, oh, grabbed from the wrong bucket. So we have a wing and a wing. Both of them are 10s. I'm gonna roll 2 dice. Didn't get them. So what did we do? We did 1 damage and 2 damage. So nothing super exciting with him. The other thing that I need to note is he progressed 1. So what he did was he moved 1 that way. And then this guy, it's the same thing. He's got a 2 low. He takes 2 hits and progresses 1. Jeez Louise. Okay, so he goes into a kill zone and he's going to use his luck to cancel 1 hit. But he takes another. And the hit is a very bad one. All right, I'm not being smart. I should have done evasive for everybody. And in fact, I think if I look at these, the evasives actually did more hits, for Pete's sakes. So that wasn't smart at all. So now I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 continuing fire. We'll start with Bauer here. He's a threat of 3. He's not green, so we don't have to worry about that. And the 3 is no damage. So Bauer is going to land, return low, but he's damaged. Next, we're going to do Adamite there. He is climb rolling. After resolving continuing fire, spend 1 TP or exit. So here's the problem. I have no TP left anymore, so he has to exit. He took no damage though. So Adamite's out of the mission. Next thing we're gonna do is Kremler there. It's a 1. He takes a damage. Not good. Not good. So he has 2 damage. And then we do the last guy. It's also a 1. It's a bounced if you dive, but we're not diving. And so he makes it safely back. So we're going to have some pilots possibly wounded from all this. Okay, so with that said, it's the end of the round. We go to turn 3. All the escorts exit, which was the good news about all this. The bad news, of course, is that we have some injuries here. All right, so we're on 3. It's a move step. There's nobody to move, so now we return. These 2 can return high. This one returns high. Those two don't. So now we're going to recover. So we'll start with this guy. A 3 or higher, and he's toast. 6. So this was fuselage damage. So Bauer goes in the fuselage step. This guy is a 7 and a 4. Black is on the left, red is on the right. Oh my gosh. He was able to, so both of these were minor. And what a roll, Kremler. You are a lucky person. Okay, so he stays there. He doesn't get to move, but he's back in the action. Okay, next we do cohesion check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a real good chance. Nope. Oh my gosh. That was a bad roll. All right. Cohesion fails, or passes in their perspective. And it's now end of round. So we are on turn 4. Okay, we can do an attack from the high, but we'd only have 3. So what I'm going to do is they're going to stay in position because I want the sun. This obviously during the return step is going to move up. I'm going to move these to level so they can have the best shot at doing some damage. And that's it. So now we move to the final turn of the match. So this is it, all or nothing. Okay, so these two are going to come in high. These two are going to come in level from the tail. And there is no escort phase. The only thing we have is a cohesion check. That's a 4. I rolled a 2. It's a little too late, but it's better than nothing. So the element's loose. So that means this 3 is now a 2. Everything's reduced by 1, so that part's good. We want to take some stuff down. So these two guys coming from the oblique, I'm going to put there. And they both have, so I'm going to put them side by side. They both have the sun benefiting them. And they're both coming in high. All right, and then these two are going to come in here. And they're both coming in level. And level is represented by 1. Like so. Now, in order to get Schwarm, I have to be determined. So I'm going to do it. And let's see if it's the dumbest thing I ever did, which is something I've said like 30 times, but I like gambling. So blame Dan Verson for that. I like rolling. Okay, let's do that. Making sure, yes, we are out of the sun. We're gonna do determined. We gotta do a collision check. And so between those two guys, Kremler or Heller, we're gonna do Heller. Okay, and there it is. Dang it, dang it, dang it. All right, so here's the good news. Nobody dies. The bad news is they're exiting. It's the last round, so I don't need. So all this setup, I was going in for, I'm gonna lose the Schwarm ability. That's the part that hurts. And so they're out of the mission. They exited. So my Schwarm ability is gone. And that's the part that hurts. And as far as maneuvers go, they're going to just go straight and climb. We're going to just call them climbing. We have to do another collision check. This one's against Newman. Oh my gosh. Everybody exited. Nothing happened. All the bombers survived. No victory points, nothing. And so all I did was risk losing a pilot. Okay, that's the end of the mission. So, way to go. I keep telling myself that when I do swarm, I need to just put one on each bomber and not do collision checks. So that way I can get swarm, but not lose my planes to collisions. And every time I do this, I just make a dumb decision. But anyways, I hope you guys learn from that. All right, we're at the end of the mission. Nothing, absolutely nothing was scored. No victory points. It was a big goose egg. No experience, no victory points. Let's find out if the pilot died. So we're going to Bauer here. I rolled a 3, that's never good. He's on fire. So now I need a really high number. I rolled a 7, that sounds awesome, and it is. He survives. Thank you, Bauer. So Bauer gets an experience point for that. And it is the end of the season, so both of my wounded guys come back automatically. I would have had to, so let's say I was going to not have 16 pilots. Let's say Bauer got wounded. I'm not allowed to have 3 wounded guys or I lose the campaign. I would have gotten to do a roll, and then I failed the roll, and then I would have had to make a difficult choice of replacing one of them, so I wouldn't lose the campaign. Fortunately, I didn't have to make such a difficult decision, and when the season ends, everybody heals up for the next season. So that's the situation. Our campaign is alive and well. We survived with 15 victory points, and so we have 15 victory points, and that is a win for the season. Okay, so we got 1 win. We need 3 more to win the campaign. Next up will be 43 early, mission 1. I hope you're enjoying this series. If you're watching this far in, you probably are. And we'll see you there. We're going to unlock some really cool stuff. So, thank you.